So I'm back, and I have some more strange stuff to read for you. Uh, it just speaks for itself, really. The weird stuff that people write down. It's not reviews this time, but the text that's on the back of a DVD. I don't have the DVD. All this I got from the internet. I actually got it, though, from a friend of mine who is obsessed with the TV show Breaking Bad. I mean, he is obsessed with a capital O with this show. It's like he lives and breathes Breaking Bad. That is when he's not listening to some German band that he likes. But, so he spends his free time just like Googling Breaking Bad and stuff like that. And this was when the show, I can't remember, I believe it was still like on the air at this time. He found on eBay a DVD. I don't have a picture of it. This is... I just have that up there. I don't have any pictures for you. You're just going to have to trust me on this. But I found a DVD on eBay, and it said on the front, Breaking Bad, the complete edition. Now, right there, that sounds a little funny. That's not usual. That's not normal language for, a TV show. The complete edition. Complete edition of what? Of what season? The whole show? Like what, And so I got his curiosity, and he looked at he clicked on it, and there's more pictures of this DVD case, including the back cover. And the back cover is rambling nonsense. It is hysterical. It's clear that this is like a bootleg from some other country, and they don't know how to translate it accurately into English. Well, I'm going to read it to you. Like I said, I'm sorry. No pictures. You're just going to have to trust that I didn't make this up, okay? The film's 1 through 3 season in Blaine will face $1 billion of business. This time, Brian has a reoccurrence of major changes in his life. Money. Still makes sense for him to do. Buying it, he refused this. Billions US dollars can be buyer can afford. What is backing? Brian is not will face a more formidable opponent. Behind the more wonderful. That's it. That is it. I'll read it again, okay? Once again, I kid you not. This is for real. The film's 1 through 3 season in Blaine will face $1 billion of business. But this time, Brian has a reoccurrence of major changes in his life. Money. Still makes sense for him to do? Buying it, he refused this? Billions US dollars can be buyer can afford. What is backing? Brian is not will face a more formidable opponent. Behind the more wonderful. You notice I'm like stuttering a bit when I'm reading it. That's because the grammar is so clunky that like your brain naturally starts saying what I should be saying, but I can't. I gotta try and read what it says here. It's so clear like they had a poor grasp of the English language. I mean, you could kind of break this down and maybe figure out what they were trying to say. The film's 1 through 3 season. The film. Breaking Bad is not a film, it's a television show. The film's 1 through 3 season in Blaine. B-L-A-I-N-E. Blaine. The hell is Blaine? In Blaine, and it's capital B. I would guess that Blaine. Ignore that. I just got an email. My guess is that in whatever country this came from, Blaine is the word they use for Albuquerque. That's my guess. Okay. Billions of dollars of business, but this time Brian. Do you like that, Brian? His name, the character's name is Brian. No, it's the actor's name is Brian. It's like talking about the new James Bond movie and saying, well, in this movie, Daniel is going to go, it's Brian. And twice, by the way, refers to him as Brian. Brian had a reoccurrence of major changes in his life. A reoccurrence of major changes in his life. Maybe that's referring to cancer coming back to him in the last season, but this says the film's 1 through 3 seasons, so I don't know. Major changes in his life. I think, I guess that could be cancer. That would change somebody's life, yes. So anyway, it says Brian has reoccurrence of major changes in his life, comma, money, comma, still makes sense for him to do, question mark. Brian had reoccurrence of major changes in his life, money, still makes sense for him to do. Unless money was the major change in his life, I guess that would change your life, and I guess that's the drama of the show. Should he keep doing it? Buying it, he refuses this? Buying it, he refused this. I don't know. Buying what? He refused it. How can you refuse something if you buy something? You know? Billions US dollars can be buyer, can afford, what is backing? Billions US dollars can be buyer, can afford, what is backing? I mean, obviously it's referring to all the money he's making in the meth business. By the way, billions? Did he really make billions of dollars? I mean, billions is a lot of money. Buyer can afford, what is backing? I don't know. Brian is not, will face a more formidable opponent. Okay, I'm thinking Gus. There you go. Okay, behind the more wonderful. I don't. That is the most cryptic thing in this. Behind the most wonderful. I have no freaking idea what that means. I have two guesses. Perhaps it's referring to behind the scenes special, features, or I don't know, wonderful. It's a wonderful show, like more of this wonderful show. I don't know. Behind the more wonderful. Oh, boy. Well, anyway, that's that. And if you have any more weird shit you would like me to read, you could send it to me. I'll be happy to read it. I'm just going to close by trying. I'm going to hold up my iPod to this camera, and possibly maybe it'll show up. And you could see I'm not making this up. So let's see. Yep. Yeah, look at that. So I don't know if how in focus it is, but if you want to freeze frame it and take a look, whoa, what the? If you want to freeze frame it, and I don't know what the hell just happened. Oh, I see. Okay, so if you want to freeze frame it and take a look for yourself, there you go. Behind the more wonderful.